Bilgin channe tursun gun eri yatlar
So today, since we became exiles, the Tibetans, in this noble land of India, as we live as exiles, today we have this opportunity for this Dharma discourse. Rinpoche, Master Tsongkhapa, and I mean, we were from the same native region. So my birthplace is very close by to Tsongkhapa's birthplace. Tsongkhapa, Losang Tragpa. So I may be called Losang Tragpa as such. So in retrospect, in my life, I have served the Dharma, the teaching of the Buddha, and particularly the Buddhist tradition that has spread in Tibet. So I have made quite a bit of contribution to the Dharma and the world, such as environmental protection and peace in the world peace, to achieve world peace. And one practical thing is that I have also worked, left quite a legacy for harmony amongst the world religions of the world. So someone who has come from the same native place as Tsongkhapa, in this kind of a critical time, I have made some contribution in accordance, which accords with the intention and the wish and aspiration of Tsongkhapa himself. So I also wish to tell my Dharma friends, you Dharma friends, all of us are followers of the same teacher, the Buddha. And secondly, we are the custodians or followers of the Nalanda tradition, the glorious Nalanda tradition, and specifically the Nalanda tradition that has spread in Tibet, the land of snows, and which is the complete teaching of the Buddha. So we are the keeper of such a tradition of Buddhism. So everybody across the Himalayan region and Tibet, since the time of King Songtsen Gampo, the 33rd Tibetan king, and then followed up by Chisung Detsen and others. So we have been following the Buddhist tradition of Nalanda, the glorious Nalanda Monastic University, in accordance with the aspiration of Tisong Detsen. So the Tibetans are the keepers or preserver of this tradition of Tisong Detsen as well, we can say. So I have also dreams which indicate very clearly that I am a reincarnation of Tisong Detsen, the Tibetan king. And therefore, I do my best to revive the tradition that has been brought to Tibet by him, Tisong Detsen, and also enhance those that have been preserved well. And so, you, the Tibetans and others, you also have full trust in me, what I do, and I would like to thank you all. So the Tibetan Buddhist tradition that has come down to us through the great Master Abbot Chandrakshita, the tradition of Master Nagarjuna and Master Asanga that have been passed down to us. So when it comes to understanding the system of our mind and emotions, it is scientific, and this has a practical value to overcome the sufferings and the problems and difficulties in the world, particularly with regards to psychology and emotional crisis. So we are followers of Tisong Detsen, and I have very clear indications that I am a reincarnation of Tisong Detsen. So I have done my best so far, what I could to serve the Dharma and others. And so, as long as I live, I am determined to carry on with this project of carrying out the noble wishes and aspirations of the Dharma King Tisong Detsen. And you should also make the same prayer for my success. So this is a blessing for the tea and bread. The crowning jewel of the scholars or learned ones of Tibet, Tsongkhapa. This is a verse which is a praise to Master Tsongkhapa and his two chief disciples, Gyetsabje and Khedrubje. So I recall very clearly that I am a reincarnation of Tisong Detsen. So Tisong Detsen at that time had left a great legacy for the Tibetan nation and the Buddha Dharma. So though I was born in Dome Amdo, the northeastern part of Tibet, my mind or consciousness is a continuity of Tisong Detsen. This is very clear to me. So far, regarding Tisong Detsen, the Dharma King, I have very clear dreams about that I am the same continuum of Tisong Detsen, the reincarnation of Tisong Detsen. So you should also have a feeling that you are close by the Dharma King Tisong Detsen, and please do your best and feel at ease, stay at ease. So in this life, the Nalanda tradition of the glorious Nalanda monastic tradition is, we have the opportunity for this tradition to serve the world today as the reincarnation of the Dharma King Tsongkhapa. I have done my best so far, and I will do. I'm determined to do my best still, as there's indication that I may live over 100 years, 110 plus years. So there is indication that I may live to be 110 or so years, and I've done my best. I will do my best still, and thank you all. Tashi Delek. In this life, I am from Siling, near Kumbum, and close by Kumbum Monastery. So I was born in the vicinity of Master Tsongkhapa, Rinpoche. So I've done my best so far, and still, as long as I live to be 110 or so, I will do my best. And so, my Dharma friends, you should also do your best. And I greet you all with Tashi Delek. So I really clearly remember that I am a reincarnation of Chogyal Tsongkhapa, the Dharma King Tsongkhapa. This Amdo, the one from Amdo region, I will do my best to serve the intentions of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. So thank you all. Chogyal Tsongkhapa lived in the 8th century. So today the teaching is on the hundreds of deities of Tushita heaven, God and Lama. So the Buddhist tradition that has spread, that we have in Tibet, comes from the Nalanda monastic university tradition. And in this tradition, Guru Yoga practice is very important, crucial. And so the Buddhist tradition that has spread to Tibet, the different traditions that are in Tibet, consider all the lineage lamas, prayer to lineage lama, very important. Not only Buddhism, but also the other religious traditions, like Hinduism and so forth, also consider the lineage of transmission important. Even Christians may be considering it important. So Holiness is reading from his text, which says, Namo Guru Manju Gokaya. And we are going through the text. From the heart of the savior of Tushita's 100 deities, on the summit of white clouds piled up like a fresh curd, here comes the omniscient Losang Drakpa, King of Dharma. Please come down to us together with your sons or children. In the sky before me, on a lion throne with lotus and moon cushions, sits the Venerable Guru smiling cheerfully, supreme filled of merit on for the mind of faith. Please stay 100 eons to spread the teaching. I bow to you, so beneficial to see, hear, and remember. Your mind of pure genius that spans the whole range of knowledge. Your speech of eloquence and ear ornament of the fortunate ones. Your body of beauty, resplendent with the glory of fame. Various delightful offerings of flowers, fragrant incense, and so forth. All the negative actions I have committed with my body, speech, and mind accumulated, and so forth. And then in this degenerate age, you strove for broad learning and attainment. So, even though we are in a very decadent age, it is very important for us to pursue the study of the teaching of the Buddha. And having done that, one should integrate the teaching within oneself in practice, and so that you combine the three trainings of morality, concentration, and wisdom into your practice. And then also the tantric practices of the deities like Higuya Samaja Tantra, Yamantaka Tantra, and Chakrasamvara Tantra, and so forth, also should be brought into your practice. And abandoning the 8 mundane concerns to make meaningful the life of leisure and opportunity. And so, sincerely, O Lord Protector, we sincerely congratulate you, all your prodigious deeds. So we should make efforts to practice in accordance with the wishes of Master Tsongkhapa. In the truth body sky, your holy supreme gurus built up the massive clouds of your wisdom and love, and please pour down on earth, on the earth of the deserving disciples, the great rains of profound and magnificent dharma. So here, this verse is not talking about prejudice as such. But Master Tsongkhapa was a master of the entire teaching of the Buddha. And I have also received teachings from the various Tibetan Buddhist traditions, Sakya, Nyingma, and Chonang, and so forth. Each of these traditions have their own special qualities and profundity. But with regard to the clarity of in his explanation and also comprehensiveness of his explanations, Rinpoche Tsongkhapa is someone who is unique. So his explanations are very broad, extensive, but you can bring all these explanations and commentaries into practice of the 3 trainings. Whatever virtue I may have gathered, here may it long make shine the essence of the Buddha's teaching, make manifest whatever benefits of living beings, and especially the teaching of the holy Losang Tragpa. And you, Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of, you are the Avalokiteshvara, the great treasury of unobjectified compassion, Manju Ghosha, the sovereign lord of impeccable wisdom, Vajrapani, the keeper of the secret teachings, who destroys all the evil forces. I pray at your feet, Tsongkhapa, Losang Tragpa, the crowning jewel of the learned ones. So I was born in the vicinity of Master Tsongkhapa's birthplace, and at that time, there was a warlord, Chinese warlord, Ma Fufang, and when I met him, he praised Tsongkhapa. So he was not being like a fanatic, but praising Tsongkhapa shows that he was unbiased in his attitude. So though he was Muslim, and I am a Buddhist, but with regards to the recognition of the 13th Dalai Lama's reincarnation, when there was doubt about where the reincarnation was born, I met him Mafu Fang, and he was very delighted to see me. And in all my lives, may I never be separated from Tsongkhapa. And may he be my teacher. And may I never be go astray from this path, which is praised by the excellent path praised by the Buddhas. So Tsongkhapa's teaching is, the protector of Tsongkhapa's teaching is Tamjen Chogyal, and I have a feeling or experience that Tamjen Chogyal is always there with me, helping me. So we are preserving and promoting the teaching of the Buddha through study and practice of meditation. So today there are people for whom Buddhism was not their traditional teaching, traditional religion, are paying attention to the teaching of the Buddha. And then there are scientists also who pay attention to the teaching of the Buddha. So they are fond of, they admire or appreciate the teaching, which has so much to offer with regard to how to tackle our emotional crisis. And so I have many scientist friends who are very happy to meet this tradition. So when we go deeper into the teaching of the Buddha, we are dealing with our emotions, the psychology, mind and emotions. So as a result of having studied the teaching of Master Tsongkhapa, I am in good terms with the scientists, and particularly with regard to the teachings pertaining to working with our mind and emotions. So I have done my best so far. I will still live to be over 100 years. So I am determined to continue to serve the teaching of the Buddha. So with regards to meditation on Je Rinpoche, when we see his images, statues and paintings and so forth, we visualize Je Rinpoche holding a double-edged sword on his right side and scripture on his left side, both on a flower, fully blossomed lotus flower. So Je Rinpoche was someone who was able to explain the teaching of the Buddha through hundreds of reasonings and very extensively, and his explanations are very scientific as well. And so his teachings are profound. So I have done my best so far to serve the teaching of the Buddha in accordance with the wishes of Tsongkhapa, and I would like to urge my Dharma friends also to do the same, to do your best. As someone who comes from the vicinity of Rinpoche's birthplace, and we were both born in Amdo, so that's how I consider myself to be from the same birthplace as Tsongkhapa. So I have the determination to preserve and promote the tradition of Tsongkhapa. When Mao Pufang, the Chinese warlord, the Chinese Muslim warlord, met me, he was very delighted, and he looked at my face and he said, "This child is different." So he was very delighted and happy to see me. So we have lost our country and become refugees, exiles, and at such a critical, delicate time, my friends praise me and are delighted with me, and I have done my best to serve the teaching and beings. And so it's been meaningful. This life in exile has been meaningful. And in the West, for example, when I explain the teaching in accordance with the psychology, the workings of our mind and emotions, the scientists admire these explanations. And I feel I am making a contribution to the teaching of the Buddha. This is a service to the teaching of the Buddha. And these are also the means for my purification of negativities and accumulation of merit. And I have nothing much to say. So please, I urge you to do your best in the practice of the Dharma and being good persons and so forth. Thank you. This ground anointed with the perfumes, strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount Meru, the 4 continents, and this sun and the moon, I offer this to you. Thinking of visualizing this as a Buddha field, I offer it. May all beings enjoy the perfectly pure Buddha field. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niyatayami. Next is the prayer that Tsongkhapa has composed at the end of his writing the great treatise on the stages of the path to enlightenment.